Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's another amazing Sunday. Let's get right into it, family. 3 chimes, the 16 precepts of the Zen tradition, the reading for just for today, and we'll close with the Metta Sutta. My ears are clogged. think I got a double ear infection. I can't hear out of either of my ears. My head is heavy. My ears are clogged. I can't hear. I feel like tunnel, like I'm talking nasally, and I probably am. But let's go. The 16 precepts of the Zen tradition. These guidelines are for ethical practice that embodies a clear mind and connected heart, and it made it by the intention to live a life of compassion and deep respect for all by embracing and sharing the 16 noble precepts. I intend to benefit and to be benefited. The 3 pure precepts. I vow not to commit evil. I vow to cultivate goodness. I vow to help others. I take refuge in Buddha. I take refuge in Dharma. I take refuge in Sangha. I vow not to kill but to cherish all life. I vow not to steal but to respect that which belongs to others. I vow not to misuse sexual energy, but to be honest and respectful. I vow not to lie, but to speak the truth. I vow not to misuse drugs or alcohol, but to keep the mind clear. I vow not to gossip about others' faults, but to be understanding and sympathetic. I vow not to praise myself by criticizing others, but to overcome my own shortcomings. I vow not to withhold spiritual or material aid, but to give freely when needed. I vow not to unleash anger, but to seek its source. I vow not to speak ill of the 3 treasures, but to cherish and uphold them. And there you have it, family. The 16 precepts of the Zen tradition. The reading for just for today, freedom to choose. Put on my glasses. Uh-oh. That's better. Enforced morality lacks the power that comes to us when we choose to live a spiritual life. In our active addiction, many of us lived our lives by default. We were unwilling or unable to make choices about how we wanted to act, what we preferred to do, or even where we would live. We allowed the drugs or other people to make our most basic decisions for us. Freedom from active addiction means, among other things, the freedom to make those choices for ourselves. Freedom of choice is a wonderful gift, but it's also a great responsibility. Choice allows us to find out how we are and what we believe in. However, in exercising it, we are called on to weigh our own choices and accept the consequences. This leads some of us to seek out someone who will make our choices for us, our sponsor, our home group, our NA friends, just as our disease made choices for us when we were using. That's not recovery. Seeking others' experience is one thing. Advocating personal responsibility is something else. If we don't use the gift of freedom we've been given, if we used to accept the responsibilities that go along with it, refusing, we'll lose that gift and our lives will be diminished. We are responsible for our own recovery and our own choices. Difficult as it may seem, we must make those choices for ourselves and become willing to accept the consequences. Just for today, I am grateful for the freedom to live as I choose. Today, I accept responsibility for my recovery, make my own choices, and accept the consequences. Now, that was a powerful reading. You know, as I reflect on my own recovery and the choices that I allow other people to make for me, even when I was clean, can still be dangerous and unfortunate. I allowed an influencer to have me take the shot, and I didn't want to, and I regret it. I regret a lot of things. And I was clean. I was just trusting in this person too much. And I'm saying that even with being clean, we can still have that need or want to have somebody aid us in all our decisions and then go against what we want because we think they're a spiritual advisor or a person that is going to help us or want to help us. And that's not always the case. We have to be mindful of people's intentions. And one thing I've learned, you never know somebody's heart and their true intention. They smile in your face and then cause you harm. Living a life of spirituality or wanting a life of spirituality, it's really hard to form trusting relationships because you never know. You never know. Choices. So we'll go on to our metta, sending love and kindness. And I began to just send metta to myself. Because like when you're in the airplane, they say put the mask on you first. Save yourself before you can save anybody. And that's my analogy now. That's my motto. I gotta help me. I gotta be there for me so I can be a better person for the next person. So let's have at it. I will be happy. I will be healthy. I will be free of danger. I will be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. I will be peaceful, kind, wise, and skillful. I will be at ease. The Metta Sutta, the Buddha's words on kindness. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugals in their way, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safety. May all beings be at ease. Whatever living being there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and yet to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another. Even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, free from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being free from all sense desires, is not communicated to this world. Okay, there was our 10-minute meditation. I advise you to take deep breaths in a darkened room and silence. Silence is how we connect to the divine. The words of wisdom was your freedom to choose. Like my Aunt Rachel would say, make better decisions. Make good decisions. Tiny, make good decisions. All right. Enjoy.